Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Hollywood Animal. Not much is happening. We're just waiting on our movies to go. Nazi hunters? What? Well, I guess it was a 9.2. I shouldn't be surprised. In my head, it was like, that's a guaranteed. Whoa! These are cool. Like these two guys, like there's dudes getting killed in the background, there's bombs dropping from above, but these two guys are like, yeah. I love this one though, for sure. Posters are getting neat. All right, Travel the Globe in 80 Moons is definitely gonna run longer because it's an artistic film. We've done weird things with Space Conflict and Space Journey. Although I don't know if we've actually scheduled... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we actually scheduled Space Conflict. It just looks like we did. Let's throw it back here for now. And then we'll think about where we want to put you guys. Especially once Hecklifter hits. Part of it is like, it's a little difficult to plan when we don't know how our best films are going to work. Amelia's Cinders is rocking and rolling. Killing on the I keep calling it Trans-Siberian. My brain is broken. Killing on the Siberian Railway. 6,000-ish. We undershot again on the top. We can run it back, I think, a little bit. So we've maxed out Amelia's Cinders, but then it starts dropping. I'm gonna give you like another 3. Like, you'll probably barely make your money back from the advertising, but I think I might as well give you a shot to do something, since I'm not really using the stuff anyway. The theaters. Amelia's Cinders. Another sad story for sad people. I think I used that one for the road. That's my go-to now. Yes, more money to speed up research. Of all the things that I'm most excited to redo in the coming age of the update is to redo all of my thinking around what matters in the game as far as like paying money to improve research. That is the be-all end-all. Now I am like drowning in influence again ever since I kicked out the code. And I don't even know if the opposing team, and by the team I mean like the other studios, even have enough influence to even bring it back. Somebody did warn me that like they'll try to vote it in again. I don't know I don't know if they can. Like, we'll see. If they try to, I got more than enough influence to counter them. So Insomnia in Indiana made like another $1 million in this second run, even with missing a week in here. 30% of 8,000. Should we run it back once more? I guess I don't really have any more theaters to use. I think we'll call it. Like you could squeeze in maybe a little more on the back 2 weeks, but the fact that we don't have any theaters in the front 2 weeks of that third run just doesn't seem like it makes any sense there. That's pretty good for a non-word-of-mouth film, though. Alright, let's see how Amelia's Cinders does here. Good job. Hecklifter's ready to rock and roll. Oh, it's up to 9. I don't know why it said it was at 0. Oh, wait, this is a different thing. Foe at the front door is a 9-star coming out the gates. Wow. I tried to click on Hecklifter over there, and I clicked on it must have been a different pop-up. 8-star guy, the best we have, Alan Gilbert. Now, we do need to start thinking about, yeah, utilizing on location stuff. Especially for, like, our primary things. Looks like field we could still do in the soundstage. Huh. So all of these are equal. We need amazing locations to get up to a 4-star. You'd need level 4 soundstage and awesome quality. Oh, awesome quality is only available when on location. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use my soundstage for this one because there's no reason not to. And then forest. Can you imagine You can shoot on location in a forest to make a great movie, but then they're like, just build the trees inside the soundstage. It's fine. All right, that's exciting that we've actually started using our good... What is it called? It is high quality locations, yes. Very nice. I'm sure our cinematographers are super jazzed about that. Give them the extras. I hope that's enough extras for big battle scene. I hope. We'll see. Best producer we've got. Best director we've got. I think this is a Vincent Perkins. Let's make this like one of the best movies we've ever made. I want to make Steve Boschbaum. Ooh, Tatsuya Egawa can be the sidekick. His first movie. And then Boschbaum can be the war criminal. That's exciting. He's never done that. Hit it. Ooh, good job, guys. New thing every 3 months. Let's go ahead and get 9 story elements in here, because I've been running into the ceiling as far as what can we implement into our films. And I'm gonna go ahead and yeet a bunch of influence at this too. We knocked 62% off the research. That's pretty sick. Hecklifter. Now I will analyze you. Hey, it's a I can't believe. Can you imagine if somebody looked you in the eye in the 1940s and was like, Hecklifter, Hellraiser, the greatest film maybe of our time, and they're like, what are you talking about? It doesn't have aliens. I think the evil eye back there makes more sense. So Nazi Hunters isn't a 9-star movie, right? Yeah. So I think we want to give Travel the Globe in 80 Moons some runway here. I also kind of want to see how Amelia's Cinders is doing. Let's pause real quick. Amelia Cinders, how have you done? So you maxed out at 95% in week 1 at 28,000. So that means the max for even obviously it's not got as broad of audience appeal, so that's probably dragging on its overall score. But if you do 95% of 28,000, that's about 27,000 theaters. Let's see how it does in week 2 here. There we go. Malicious is done. I think we can run it back for a little longer. Yeah, we got the theaters to do so. So let's go ahead and give it a 7. And then do like 1,000 per week. I'm sure it'll drop off faster. Maybe, and then jump to 1,500 there. Or 1,550. Sorry, 550. Why are you way over here? Unknown. And then 4,000 maybe. Run that to the end. Okay. So I wanted to see, there was a sound. I feel like I'm getting weird audio cues that don't necessarily hold true. Okay, so now it's dropped off pretty dramatically. So 80% of 26,000. Oops. I'm looking at my calculator. Clear. Jeez. What is happening? It wouldn't clear and it kept multiplying on itself. Sorry. So that's about 21,000 there in the first. So 27 to 21, and then I imagine it's going to drop off by like another 6,000 or more. So maybe we really can think about starting to run maybe another artistic film kind of at the back end of Amelia Cinders here. So if we, where are you? You're so far back. Or at least at the tail end of Travel the Globe in 80 Moons. So if this is the next run, and then this is the last run here, I think it's totally reasonable to put 28,000 screenings on this guy and expect it, you know, we'd want to leave it open for Travel the Globe in 80 Moons to run in that space over top of Hecklifter. But I think we could shove like space conflict or Nazi hunters like right on top of whatever Travel the Globe in 80 moons is gonna do. And then leave this backside open. Okay. I think we can do this. Okay, so 20, I think it'll be a bit better than Amelia's Cinders. Just because it's a 9.9, 9.2 instead of an 8, 9.4. So we'll give it 30. And then we'll expect it to drop off pretty hard, though, because is what happened to the other movies. So 22, and then, I don't know, assume another... Maybe let's assume a 6,000 screenings drop off. So 24, and then drop it to 18, and then we'll drop it to 12. And I think that's a pretty good assumption there. So apply that. It's not over the holiday, unfortunately. Either of them, but I think that's okay. So it's men and young men and boys and young women, but not grown women. Interesting. I think I'll do those 7 then, and just skip the women's magazine, since the best that the women had was a middling at best. I just realized I put the 3 of you in the Enemy at the Gates movie too. They're just like a triple. They go together everywhere they go in every movie they're in. So if we wanted to jam space conflict in here is the thing. Space conflict probably needs like 24,000, but that leaves 12 open for Travel the Moon, and then, you know, continuing on down. So let's go like 19, 13, and then an 8.5 maybe. This might be undershooting Star Wars, but I think it's okay where it's at. It's like new advertising. All right, I think we have enough theater. Obviously, I'd like more theaters. Well, this is not great for anybody. I'd like more theaters just to have even more flexibility to run multiple movies at the same time. But I think we've got to the point where there's a good amount of extra theaters that we can start layering stuff again, which is kind of fun. Do any of you want to does nobody want to work anymore these days? There we go. In the immortal words of Kim Kardashian, nobody wants to effing work. Thanks, Kim. Brothers in arms. Oh, that's a character. A brother in arms. All right, Gabriel has finished his research. Maurice Fox, I'm going to throw you on research here. So Gabriel, you're available. Danny Fletcher is still researching. What do we want to write? What do we got? New workshop. What have I seen recently? Ooh, you know, I haven't, obviously, because this movie isn't out anymore. Or not, what do you mean out anymore? It's not out yet. This is not the movie I'm talking about. Her is a movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and I think it's Scarlett Johansson playing an AI and he falls in love with her. Spoilers. I'm talking about the movie called Him that's coming out in like 3 days from when I'm recording this. So it's probably out now, actually. I know nothing about it other than it is a football movie that turns into a wild horror movie. And what do you mean historical? And it's Jordan Peele, Keegan-Michael Key, is the other half of Key and Peele. But no, Jordan Peele's production company, Monkey Paw, it's a film by them, and it looks bonkers, and I really want to see it. But obviously, I have no idea what it's about, other than what I've seen the trailer for. So I'm just gonna make a horror movie. It seems to be set in the middle of nowhere, so we'll call it the modern American countryside. The protagonist is a football boy. What do we want to call football boy? I guess just working man? Yeah. And then the antagonist, as far as I can tell, is an older football man, but it's hard to say. So I'm going to take a guess and say it's actually an ancient evil in the form of either man or monster. Okay, I'm guessing it's an ancient evil. There is another woman who's like trying to warn him of stuff. I don't think she's a love interest though. I think she's kind of like swept up in it. There is a mother in the in the trailer, and then the themes. What do we got? There's a curse, I believe. Maybe an evil transformation happens. It could be the fighting the hypocrisy of the American life, but I don't know. There was a lot of violence, so we could say gratuitous violence here. Where's that? Vivid violence. And then I have no idea how it ends, so I'm going to guess, based on what I know about Jordan Peele's... It's not his film, somebody else directed it and wrote it, but it's his company. What I know about that studio's tendencies... Ah, this is dark. Oh, no. I'm going the dark route. That's rough, but it could happen. Oh, Carlos, you're not working? I like how this guy's preferred genre is romance, and I'm like, here's a scary-ass horror movie. Good luck, sir. Oh, man. I like how I called it her, and then I wrote it basically for exactly how it's written in the thing. So it should have been like a female protagonist, but I just did not do that. Tout the mayor's achievements, fantastic. We continue to do so. Mr. Mayor? Here you go again. Have a party? How many points? 45? Yeah. More influence, thank you. I got loads of reputation that I can spend, so. Yeah. $400 a month, that's nothing. Okay, so word of mouth. It's kind of holding steady here at 86% of 22,000. So what does that put us at? 0.86 times, you did it again. 0.86 times 22,000 is 19,000. And we have some space to run around in here. So let's go 19,000. And it was dropping off not super rapidly. So maybe we go 17,000. Well, like we can hold it at a steady level just to see how it's dropping off. Because we're not gonna... Like, maybe we run Killing on the Siberian Railway back, but it's not gonna need that many theaters to work. But let's say 19,000, let's say 17, 15. But we'll keep it at 19 for you know, data reasons. So 15, and then we'll go 12. See how it tapers off there? Yeah, we don't have a lot of theaters left. Maybe we go 11.5 and accept that. It's exciting to be able to give our 9-star movies their full run again, because instead of like cutting them off at 4 weeks and just calling it a day. Oops. Was that the same movie? I think I accidentally hit extend distribution on something else. The best absconding, yes! We're getting real good at writing movies here, you guys. Right. We don't have any of our 8-star boys. They're all wrapped up in other projects, but we do have a 7.7, and that's pretty dang close. City Streets. Yeah, you can't do City Streets. Let's see what we can get away with as far as 3 stars. And then now my flow chart is can we get away with 3 stars in the soundstage? If you can't, then kick it up to on location. And then I think that'll really like punch up the numbers as far as coming out of filming. Best producer. Best director. Yeah, nobody really has any of the wartime stuff. So I think we just give that to best director. And then what? How do we want to do this? I think, Charlie, you're going to be our war criminal. The love interest is going to be Lorraine. Femme fatale is obviously... Oh, Cecilia, you don't have femme fatale as like your preferred role. Okay, we'll give it to Bessie then. And then our soldier can be Theodore Reynolds. Can be Pete. Theodore is on a short contract there, and I would rather not pay him again to run back the theater. Radium Springs? Oh my god, we're knocking him out of the park. That's like 3 or 4 9 stars in a row. Holy cow. We're running out of like really talented people is the problem. Alright, two 3 stars there. Pick these up. Very good. Oh, there's one at the bottom. Oh, you can't get a gas station in a soundstage? Are you kidding me? I need to talk to our foreman. He needs to learn how to build a building. Like, is it the inside of the gas station or the outside? These are the questions. Spirited young lady. Obviously, Cecilia can do that. Love interest. Theodore, dang it. Are there... Hold on. I haven't looked at free actors in a while. There's no one good. Gregory Dawson refuses to work with me, unfortunately. Alas. Alright, we'll keep working with the dudes we got. Benjamin Hunter. Rival. Gregory Kahn. Sidekick. Sybil. Strict parent. Who's the oldest man on staff? Joseph. Except your contract's almost up, my man. Alright, Hugh O'Connor. Kind of a B squad of actors. Hopefully we can work around that with directing and whatnot. Yeah, I think I accidentally ran Malicious back at whatever theaters we had available, unfortunately. So Nazi Hunters will run post-Heck Lifters sometime. But we've got some time until these guys are ready to go, so we'll be able to fit it in on the back end there. Rage! Alright, Rage is not as good. Brothers in Arms. Oh, that one's the tank combat movie. Who wrote that one? Was that I forget. Really? Sigmund, you kind of underperformed there. That's kind of interesting. Huh. I thought that would have done really well. Apparently not. Ooh, we can do... it's very interesting to me that you can do a field well in the soundstage, but nothing else can do well in the soundstage. Now, obviously, that's not true. There's a couple things we can do in the soundstage well. All right, we've chewed through some of the best people we have. I think we give this to Vincent Rooks then. Sam Kramer. Soldier 1. Soldier 2. We're out of dudes, you guys. Oh, there's a lot of people that are in this movie. Oh no. We don't have any people to run. Like, how are you 1,000 days? Who are you? Did I hire you? I don't recognize this man. Where did Don Felix come from? All right, this might become the most expensive movie I've ever done. It won't show up in the cost of the film, but I'm going to pay every single one of these people. Okay, you cost $800. So that's nothing. But I'm going to pay every single one of these people to be in this film for the extended run of their contract. And then we're going to have to pay everybody. I guess it's not as... Maybe they fixed that. Is that you don't have to pay them like a full damn contract to get them to run to the end of the movie? Alright, we still need 3 more dudes. Ramon Shaw. Or maybe I just had the wrong perception of how much money I was paying people when I had to finish out a movie. Philip O'Connell, you can be the last soldier here. Or was that the angry boss? Hold on. Oh, that's the angry boss. So let's make Philip O'Donnell the war criminal, and then Joseph Lynch can be the angry boss. I like how this is a solid, just 6-star actor movie. Kind of across the board. Like, every actor the best actors we have are 7s. Our director is a 7.9. Our producer is a 6. They're like, yeah, this is a B movie in general. We got a tank, though. That counts for something. All right, continue. Slap that accepted label on there. Lewis Caldwell, you can come back and work for me, my man. Let's add to the offer. That's not that much money considering how like good he is at his job. Okay. Let's give him all those things. Knock it down by $100,000. Thanks, my man. Welcome back. Security upgrade complete. Silence. Ooh. Surveillance missions have a minimum chance of being exposed. That's cool. I don't want to contract kill anybody yet. I need to dig up some dirt. Let's get some surveillance experience. That's all I can do. It's gonna take 3 years to figure that out. All right, let's try some surveillance again. I got scared off from surveillance because freaking everybody I tried to Wendy Carpenter works for Marginice. That's great. Freaking everybody who I tried to spy on, like, they always got caught. And I was terrified to do it anymore. I want to find like the best actors that don't work for me and try to dig up some dirt on them and get them to work for me. Addie Baker, can I not? She's off limits because she was one of the ones I got caught by. Gene Bailey? Let's go for Gene Bailey. Or let's go for Hanny Turner. He's got some promising talent. Oh yeah, no chance that we get discovered. That's sick. Ben Kahn, you're the man. Let's do it again. Yeah, all, but not my own people. Jeff Einhorn, you work for Supreme. Didn't Jeff Einhorn used to work for me? I feel like he did. And then I guess you both are fine. Let's go with Sherman. And then one more surveillance, and then let's look at best directors available. Zlama Schutz, he works for me. I feel like I just have the best people. Gregory Green is out there. Paul Roth. There's a couple people that we could, like, I guess one guy, Gregory Green, is better than one of our directors. I guess he's better than Thomas by a bit. Are there any better cinematographers out there? Not really. Joe Hughes is a pretty good writer, and he's an action writer. Oh, let's try and dig up some dirt on Joe Hughes. Let's go for it. Okay. Getting sneaky with it. I'm excited. I hope we find something, because I've never found anything. Damn it, Danny. Get back in there. You stay in that office until you discover something useful. Over the barbed wire fence, I would be surprised if it stays above 9. Just because usually you need it to be well above 9.9 in order for it to stay above 9 due to the limitations of post-production. Especially with the music recording the way it is, but we'll find out. Maybe it'll surprise me. Raking in the dollars. We're almost at 300 million, which is exciting. All right, Malicious, I think, has run its course. Yeah, I think it's fine. $4.5 million. Not great, but not bad. The trick has worked. Space journey. Space diplomacy. Contracts in space. I can't give them exclamation marks. B+. Bone Grinder loves Star Trek. Let it be known. Not a very expensive film considering other films I've put out there. Oh, look at Amelia Cinders go. No! They killed Sybil! And by they, I mean a disease. I put so much work into training her. She was like our best young actress that we had. Oh no! That's devastating! No, that sucks. Oh, game, how could you? Unsuccessful. Can I do it again? What do you mean target lost? Where did he go? Okay, we undershot a little bit on this last drop here, which is kind of interesting because we were at 80% of 19. Okay, so we probably should have been running at like 14 maybe and then 13. Set up distribution again. So we're gonna lose, you know, some profit in that third week there, but I think it's okay. We can go like 10, and then we go 8. Call that good, because we can't run anything in week 3 anyway. And that's all she wrote. Confirm. Killing on the Siberian Railway. Can I run you back even further? Wait, what were you running at the end there? 5%. 4% of 3,000. Okay, yeah, we don't need to run it back. We definitely didn't make our money back in that thing there, so that's my bad. That's funny. We gave him the old college try. Engineering additional research groups. Yes! Invention speed would be nice. 15. 2,000. Okay, yeah, let's go for speed here. Go to the max. Go to the max. Still gonna take a really long time to research. So does that mean I can put more... What? I guess I'm confused by what they even mean. Can I build another? That's engineering. Can I build another research and development building? Is that what that means? Advanced. Nope, just 1 on 1. Okay. Well, don't quite understand what that means. Additional research groups. So like, let's look at this one now. It says no R&D groups available. What the hell was the point of that research I did then? Additional research groups. Add new research groups even as you're inventing and developing technology. Cannot research 2 upgrades at the same time. I don't know why I unlocked this because I don't understand what it means. Please tell me in the comments what that thing means because I don't quite understand. I understand the research groups is like, as you add research groups, you can research more technologies. But what the hell's the point of this one? Like, could I add to this thing? Apply? I don't know. Oh, so if I had a free research group, I could add them to this to make it go faster. Maybe that's what it means. I don't have anybody available, so I can't even test it, but... Amateur cook. I don't think I wrote this one. I'm guessing not. All right. Good luck, team. Our hopes and dreams are all with you. All right. And I think we'll pause the episode there. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Hollywood Animal or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.